자, 그럼 1월 3일 화요일 모닝 헤드라인스 뉴스캐스터 레이와 함께 시작합니다.
The Korean gaming industry's annual revenue exceeded the 20 trillion won mark for the first time in 2021, according to a new report by the state-run Korea Creative Content Agency.
국내 게임 산업 매출액이 2021년 기준 사상 최초로 20조 원을 돌파했다고 한국콘텐츠진흥원이 전했습니다.
The head of the International Monetary Fund has warned that 2023 will be tougher than last year as the big three economies, the US, EU, and China, are all slowing down simultaneously.
국제통화기금 IMF 총재는 올해 미국과 유럽연합, 중국 등 이른바 빅3의 경기 둔화로 세계 경제가 작년보다 더욱 힘든 한 해가 될 것으로 전망했습니다.
Canada has banned foreigners from buying residential property for 2 years in an attempt to make more homes available to locals facing a housing crunch.
캐나다 정부가 자국민들의 주택난을 해소하기 위해 외국인 주택 구입을 향후 2년간 금지하기로 했습니다.
Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has been sworn in as the new president of Brazil, assuming office for the third time after defeating Jair Bolsonaro in October's poll.
지난 10월 대선에서 자이르 보스나로 전 대통령을 누르고 3선에 성공한 루이스 이나시오 룰라 다 실바 브라질 대통령이 공식 취임했습니다.
Dubai has suspended its 30% tax on alcohol sales in an apparent bid to boost tourism, with the initiative expected to last for a year.
두바이가 관광 활성화를 위해 주류 판매에 부과되는 30% 세금을 1년간 유예하기로 했습니다. And those are today's headlines. Morning headline expressions. 이런 표현들이 나왔습니다. 오늘 헤드라인에서요. Revenue.
Revenue's a good thing. It's the money that you bring in. So you can even think of for businesses, right? So this is their sales or their gross income.
그래요. 수익, 매출이라는 뜻입니다. Revenue. 자, 그 다음에는 if something is tough, what does it mean?
If something is tough, it means it's difficult.
Yeah.
So someone could ask you a tough question, or you might be working on something on an exam or an assignment, and it can be really tough. So difficult. If you say a person is tough, it means they're strong.
Exactly. So a tough situation is a difficult situation. A tough person is a strong person.
Exactly.
A little bit different there. And then we had residential property.
So property meaning something you own, right? So anything can actually be your property if you own it.
Yeah.
Like your car is your property, for example. But
This pen is my property.
Yeah, the pen is your property, exactly. But when we talk, the other sort of the nuance to it is property is where you live, right? So it's the land or the building is your property. Residential, referring to places where people live. So I'm sure in Korea as well, in cities and in towns, areas are zoned, right? So this is a residential area. You can only have buildings there that people can live in, and then you can have areas or buildings that are zoned for commercial use. So that's where you can have a shop or a business.
Yes, exactly. So residential 하면은 보통은 거주의 느낌이 있어요. 그래서 residential property라는 것은 주거용 부동산, 주택을 말한다고 볼 수 있습니다. 자, 그 다음에는요. To assume office.
Take over the job. And it's usually when we talk about taking office, it's for being a prime minister or a president.
Yes.
It's pretty much the only usage of it.
어떤 일을 맡는 건데 그냥 보통 일도 아니고요. 이게 assume office라는 표현이 나오면은 뭐 대통령직이라든지 이런 좀 고위직에 오르는 것을 말합니다. 그래서 여기서 assume office는 취임하다라고 보시면 되겠고요. 마지막으로 apparent bid.
So bid, I think, is the easier one to say first. So bid is an attempt to do something.
Yeah. In a bid to do something.
In a bid to do something, exactly. In an apparent bid, apparent meaning seems like that's what's happening. It's almost obvious. It's quite clear.
Apparent. 어떻게 보인다. Oh, it's so clear. It looks like this.
Why else would they be doing it? Is
Yeah.
kind of the way to think about it. Well, obviously it's to probably increase tourism.
그래요. 그래서 그런 obviously, clearly라는 의미로 apparent가 쓰인 거고 bid는 attempt 라는 느낌으로 이해하시면 되겠습니다. 그래서 이러한 것으로 보인다라는 뜻인데요. Dubai has decided to cut its tax on alcohol sales for about a year. Apparently, it's to boost tourism.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, there you go. 자, 이렇게 해서 오늘 헤드라인에서 나온 표현들 리뷰해봤습니다. 모닝 헤드라인 익스프레션스는 오디오 어학당과 유튜브에서 무료로 다시 듣기 하실 수 있습니다.